Today, I like to talk about the Charles Schwab's U.S. Dividend Equity ETF, ticker symbol SCHD. The fund's goal is to track as closely as possible before fees and expenses the total return of the Dow Jones U.S. Dividend 100 index. Some of the highlights are it's a straightforward, low-cost fund offering potential tax efficiency. The fund can serve as part of the core or complement in a diversified portfolio. It tracks an index focused on the quality and sustainability of dividends. Invest in stocks selected for fundamental strength relative to their peers based on financial ratios. Looking at this document, it talks about the principal investment strategies. All right. To pursue its goal, the fund generally invests in stocks that are included in the Dow Jones U.S. Dividend 100 index. The Dow Jones U.S. Dividend 100 index is designed to measure the performance of high dividend yielding stocks issued by U.S. companies that have a record of consistently paying dividends, selected for fundamental strength relative to their peers, based on financial ratios. The 100 Component Index is a subset of the Dow Jones U.S. Broad Market Index, excluding real estate investment trust, master limited partnerships, preferred stocks, and convertibles. It is modified market capitalization weighted. All index eligible stocks must have sustained at least 10 consecutive years of dividend payments, have a minimum float adjusted market capitalization of $500 million US dollars, and meet minimum liquidity criteria. The index components are then selected by evaluating the highest dividend yielding stocks based on four fundamentals based characteristics: cash flow to total debt, return on equity, dividend yield, and 5-year dividend growth rate. Stocks in this index are weighted based on a modified market capitalization approach. No single stock can represent more than 4% of the index, and no single sector, as defined by the index provider, can represent more than 25% of the index, as measured at the time of index construction, reconstitution, and rebalance. The index composition is reviewed annually and rebalanced quarterly. Now, let's go back to the website. All right. Let's look at the fund details. The fund inception date is October 20th, 2011. It has a total expense ratio of 0.06%. It has around 104 holdings. The P ratio is 19.36. The 30-day yield is 3.56%. Distribution yield is around 3.41%. Let's look at total return on performance. You can come to the Charles Schwab website and look at all these graphs. It has all these details in there regarding more information on cumulative returns, analyzed returns, etc. Here's the cumulative growth of a $10,000 investment. So if you look at in 2014, you put $10,000 in this fund. By 2024, it should be around $30,000. That's what it says. All right, here there's a graph on price performance. Okay, now let's look at the top holdings as of April 5th, 2024. Our top holdings are Verizon, Chevron, Lockheed Martin, Texas Instrument, PepsiCo, UPS, Bristol Myers Squibb, Cisco Systems, Pfizer, Coca-Cola, and let's look at all the holdings. So click on View All Holdings. So there is Pfizer, Coca-Cola, BlackRock, Amgen, Home Depot is in there, Valero, Ford is in there. Many other great companies are in here. Wendy's, and you can come to the website and look at a detail. All right. The sectors are consist of industrials, financials, healthcare, information technology, consumer staples, energy, consumer discretionary, communication services, materials, utilities, um, and the distribution. The dividend is paid quarterly, so March, June, September, and December. So Charles Schwab has a really great website. Please come and visit this website and look into this ETF SCHD. Thank you for listening to me today. This is James signing off.